Welcome back! We're watching delusional attention seekers get fired in seconds by their bosses for filming clips for clout. Hit that subscribe button right now for more instant karma and brutal reality checks. Let's get into it. Hit sub, stay a free man.
Your body speaks before your mouth. I feel the truth in every doubt. No romance, no safety net, just sweat, control, and silhouette.
7 employees in full uniform stayed after hours just to film a cheap, clout-chasing dance clip, and the result, the whole squad got booted out on the street. Congratulations! Now you all have plenty of free time to form a full-time, unemployed dance crew. I'm sure TikTok views will pay your bills.
Oh my god. I really just got fired because of my TikToks. Guys, sorry, I'm back home now. Oh my god, I'm like literally shaking. I just lost my job that I worked at for 2 years because I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to like record at the restaurant and make TikToks, which sounds dumb. Like, I understand the reason I was let go.
Working for 2 years and still not knowing the basic restaurant rules, only to go online and cry to your audience apologizing for getting fired as a waitress over a pointless video? It's laughable that she thinks the internet actually cares or will tip her to pay her rent. Stop crying, put the phone away, and grab your resume to find another job. The real world doesn't run on likes, girl.
She's the flight attendant whose twerking cost her her dream job.
I didn't think that, you know, being so happy can turn into something like this.
Nell Diallo was having a great time dancing and twerking in the aisle on an empty plane before an early morning flight.
I decided to just take advantage of the moment to wake myself up and kind of get myself like hyped up for my day, basically.
Wearing a flight attendant uniform and casually shaking your ass right on the plane during work hours? Congratulations, your career flight just made an emergency landing and crashed straight into a cliff. Cry over your own stupidity and delusion. Airlines need people to ensure safety, not a cheap backup dancer.
Your body speaks before your mouth. I feel
Fired again from a high-paying job just because you insisted on wearing a ridiculous, revealing office siren outfit to the office? Maybe HR didn't see any sex appeal here. They just saw someone who doesn't know their limits and were ready to hand out a dress code violation ticket along with a permanent termination notice.
I was having a really rough day at work and I made a video talking about I was having a really stressful day at work. I said I was telling you guys about an interaction that happened and someone sent the video to the owner of my restaurant and he called me horrible names. So I decided to leave. I made the decision for my mental health that it was time to leave the restaurant because he was probably going to fire me anyway. He didn't though. I quit before he could. But I'm just
Playing the victim flawlessly. When the manager gives constructive feedback, she throws a tantrum and rushes to quit before getting fired to salvage her pathetic pride. This is a workplace, not a daycare. Hope she finds a place willing to pay a salary just to stroke her ego.
follow my step. Don't think, obey. Close your eyes, give it away. This is not love. This is command.
If I were lying on my deathbed and saw this nurse walk in, wiggling around acting like a clown for a clip, I swear I'd pull my own life support plug. Patients pay hospital bills to get proper medical care, not to be background props for an attention seeker on social media. She deserves to be unemployed.
Love my job. I would have never done anything to jeopardize it.
This lady just got fired from LAX for TikTok, and wait until you hear why. She was a manager at the Mac counter inside the airport, and she loved posting those day-in-the-life videos. At first, fine, driving to the employee lot, taking the shuttle bus. But then she crossed the line. She filmed herself going through TSA and even flashed her secure airport badge on camera. That's a massive violation. Why? Because those badges can be copied and used to breach security. And she didn't just do it once, she posted multiple videos with timestamps, basically handing out a roadmap of airport security. If you've ever worked at an airport, you know the rule. Never post your badge, never record security. It's drilled into you because it puts everyone at risk. She's honestly lucky she only got fired. If anything had happened, those videos could have been used as evidence. Moral of the story: don't risk your job or airport security for TikTok clout.
She lives by the motto of being too chill at the office, lazy and superficial at work, but incredibly hardworking when scrolling through social media. Oversharing about the workplace can cause real consequences for the business. How could she not know the bare minimum? Good luck finding some idiot boss willing to throw money out the window to pay for this irresponsible and nonsensical attitude. I bet her coworkers find her completely insufferable too. Just think about it. You're trying to focus on your work, and right next to you is a human object constantly writhing to deafeningly loud music. Absolutely horrific. Her work performance must be total trash.
Your body speaks before your mouth. I feel the truth in every doubt. No romance.
There's always a very fine line between dark humor and being tasteless with zero professional ethics. It looks like this girl happily and proudly leaped right over that line, and her well-deserved reward is clutching a permanent unemployment ticket. Never use the lives or pain of animals as a joke for cheap views. Do you think losing her job was enough of a punishment for this level of tone, deafness, or does she deserve worse? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss the next epic self-destruction. The Amazon warehouse manager must be so proud to see their employee digging out boots a customer ordered just to use as a prop for a TikTok dance. Wake up, girl. They don't pay you to play the clown with other people's property. Hurry up, pack your stuff, grab a cardboard box, and get the hell out of the warehouse.
This is a PSA to not post day in the life, get ready with me, come to work with me when you are really working. I don't care how much you blur it out, there's always going to be a slip up. If you guys know, I post content on here, Instagram, LinkedIn all the time. I have just as many followers on my other platforms as I do on here. So all I do is post content, come work with me, things like that. But I posted a video on here that got me fired.
Her day in the life trend video has officially turned into the masterpiece, My Last Day Working Here. My deepest condolences, but the company's confidential information and workspace are not free sets for you to farm a few fake internet interactions. Getting fired is a cheap price to pay for this level of ignorance.
Follow my step, don't think, obey. Close your eyes, give it away. This is not love, this is command. My breath is tight around you.
A female security guard who loves to arch her back and show off her curves in a strict uniform, and the obvious outcome is getting fired for unprofessionalism. Maybe she's better suited to be a security guard for her own OnlyFans page rather than wearing the uniform of a legitimate security company. Turn in your badge and go home to keep dancing.
That never rest. Brain fry are fading out. Too much noise, I start to doubt. Was this ever really mine? Or just something I refined? Brain fry, I feel it grow. Like I'm someone I don't know. Tell me where I disappeared. Somewhere in the code I feel.
Walking out the office, carrying a cardboard box, and immediately setting up your phone to wiggle for a trend? She's trying so hard to act like an unbothered queen, but behind that awkward dance is the pure panic of an unemployed person. Truly pathetic.
Can you explain why?
We found your TikTok and also saw you post there.
Well, I haven't seen this written in the code of conduct. Can you explain why?
We found your TikTok and also saw you post there.
Well, I haven't seen this written in the code of conduct that it's against that.
Well, it's very inappropriate and kind of obvious.
Okay, well, I'm not deleting my social media. Can you send me proof of like where it's written in the code of conduct?
When the boss sends a text saying, "Come to my office for a quick chat," there is a 99% chance you're about to pack your bags and leave. Never delude yourself into acting smarter than the company while blatantly stealing the working hours they pay for just to bury your face in social media. Unemployment is an expensive lesson for this arrogance.
Follow my step, don't think, obey. Close your eyes, give it away. This is not love, this is command. My breath is tight around.
So, fun fact, they don't let you keep the freebies. How do I know? Because they made me give it back after they fired me for that TikTok.
She's trying to laugh it off and act unfazed after the company confiscated all her gear and fired her. But trust me, hidden deep behind that forced smile is utter despair, because no decent brand would ever risk their lives hiring a ticking time bomb who loves airing internal dirty laundry on social media. Take that fake Gucci gang persona home and stare at it yourself.
Stay. Turn. Again.
She jokingly wrote the caption, "I love the thrill of getting caught making a TikTok at work. Wow, sounds badass." Well, I sincerely hope she also maximizes her enjoyment of the thrill of getting kicked out the door by HR for the exact same stupid reason she's so proud of. Keep twerking until your bank account screams for help.
Teacher has been fired after filming raunchy TikToks in her classroom. The dance-loving educator performed.
Was it wrong for the school to fire the teacher? While I do think that there isn't much of a problem with her dancing, I do find it a bit bothersome that she was able to wear these types of clothes in the classroom. Case in point, if you look at the photos above, you can see that her choices of clothing are a bit on the revealing and provocative side. And I'm not here to judge anyone who chooses this type of clothing. But the classroom is a place where students are expected to focus on their studies and not be distracted by external things. Now you're probably thinking that we shouldn't sexualize or objectify people who choose this type of clothing. And I agree. We shouldn't ever shame, degrade, or judge someone just because they dress a certain way.
A teacher wearing an insanely short, tight dress, stepping up to the podium to flail around just to film a cheap video for views? I'm sorry, this is a sacred educational environment, not a nightclub or a bar. The school's decision to fire her is still too light of a sentence for this grotesque thirst for attention and lack of moral standards.
This is a message for my bum-ass co-workers that watched my TikToks. Hey, I know you're watching my TikToks. I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to a job fair today. But also, I went to a store that I applied to today, and I spoke to the hiring manager, and he said that he wasn't even looking at applications until next week. And I sent him my resume through email, and he said that he was going to call me back. And then last Friday, I went to another store, same chain, and spoke to the hiring manager, and said that he was gonna call me back for an interview. So I secured 2 interviews, and I'm going to a job fair. So I'm looking for another part-time job that pays better than what the fuck that company fucking paid me. And I hope that bitch that fired me can hire a new assistant that did half the shit I did.
Going online to spew bitter curses, calling your boss and former coworkers offensive words after getting fired? Congratulations! With one impulsive and short-sighted move, you just personally slammed shut the final door to ever stepping foot into a new company. Because any recruiter with a brain knows how to search the internet to weed out toxic trash like you.
This girl from China lost her dream job because of one single video. When she jokingly made a clip showing herself preparing drinks for customers using only her bare hands, she had no idea it would go this viral. The video exploded to tens of millions of views, and even the company's CEO reacted to it. As it kept spreading, the company saw a drastic drop in customers across their locations. And the worst part was that so many people saw it, the business got reported to health inspectors.
Yes, ladies of delusion. Sometimes all it takes is a stupid few-second video to completely kick over the rice bowl you worked so hard to earn. Never underestimate the terrifying, self-destructive power of hitting the post button during those moments when your brain suddenly stops functioning. Now sit at home and count your views instead of your paycheck. Have you ever seen a coworker destroy their own career over a few seconds of clout chasing like this?
I've been laid off. I don't have a fucking job. I'm unemployed. I have no income. Oh, I'm so fucked. Let's go to Starbucks. No, that's really good. No, that's really good. Thank you. Now we're gonna go to Barnes & Noble because I need Tower of Dawn. We've made it. I think it's time that I go through all my DMs and I respond to all the sugar daddies wanting to give me money. Can I pay for? You can pay for my bills. When he goes, what would you spend the money on? Your nails or your rent? Rent and insurance, because I'm gonna not have insurance soon.
Squeezing out a few crocodile tears to play the pitiful victim, and a second later, smirking and acting like she doesn't care. This pathetic theatrical act only exposes a mentally unstable thirst for attention. It looks like the decision to fire her was HR's greatest achievement.
Do not have your coworkers on social media. Block them before they find you. I literally had to quit my job because someone at work found my TikTok and sent it to the boss. So I said bye and I quit. Imagine getting a call from your boss and your boss asking, like, are you making TikToks about work? Are you talking about coworkers on your TikTok? I got a call just like that. I literally almost started crying after I got the call because that was so embarrassing. Like, imagine your boss finding your TikTok and being like, yeah, you got to take that video down, this and that and this. You're just like,
a coworker accidentally sees your TikTok account where you talk trash about them, you feel embarrassed, and scramble to block them? Here's some genuine advice. Don't waste time blocking your coworkers. Just block your own bad habit of dragging company business online as a joke during work hours. The truth always comes out, and that termination letter just proved it. A bunch of Wendy's employees casually turning the kitchen area into a disco dance floor? Keep in mind, customers pay to enjoy a clean, hot burger, not to sponsor a terrible talent show when they're starving. Right place, right time, right context, burn that into your memory.
So I was fired today and publicly humiliated after 15 years in the classroom for telling a joke. And the students are the ones who informed me that I was fired. So I'm going to tell you what the joke is, and I want you to tell me if you think that this is a fireable offense. The math teacher's wife had a baby, and so he was out, and I said, in honor of Mr. J's baby, I have a math joke for you. Nobody said anything. It was quiet in there. I said, do you guys want to hear it? They said, yes, miss. Yes, we want to hear it. Let us know what it is. So I said, not all math puns are funny, but some are. Nobody laughed. The entire room was quiet. I said, woo, tough crowd. And they responded by putting cricket emojis.
A teacher standing at the podium making a dad joke so painfully dry that the students have to gang up to roast her and demand she be fired. Even though this was just a playful situation, this time I'm totally siding with the kids. Sometimes a severe lack of flavor at the podium should be considered a major crime that needs to be disciplined. Teach!
So as you guys can see, I've cried all day today at work. All day. Because today was officially my last day. 7 years. Over 7 years. And some may say I'm wrong, but I'm not willing all my stuff off of social media because one of the teachers looked at my profile all weekend and decided to go over my boss's head. It's not his fault because they went above his head and called the superintendent.
Follow my step, don't think, obey. Close your eyes, give it away. This is not love, this is command. My breath is tight.
Posting ridiculously revealing outfits on social media, then crying and playing the victim, blaming snitch coworkers for making you lose your job? Golden rule right here. If you don't want people to see it and judge it, don't expose it on the internet. This is an incredibly basic beginner's lesson that a supposedly grown adult seems to have completely forgotten.
So I'm the LPN who got fired for filming content at work, and I had a couple interviews this week, and I went live last night to talk about them, and I had somebody in my live to ask, did you let your new potential employer know that you were terminated from your last job? Now, I don't know if it's just me or if it's just a thing, but I don't voluntarily give out that information.
As a nurse, instead of focusing on your expertise in caring for patients, you're obsessed with going online to make stupid memes for views. Remember, a patient's hospital bed is not your personal studio to satisfy your passion for acting. Being stripped of your job is still too cheap a price for this ultimate level of irresponsible and superficial medical ethics.
This might be a hot take for some people, but if you're 200 pounds, you shouldn't be in a Pilates class.
What? Women being toxic to other women? A female Pilates instructor has the audacity to shamelessly body shame others online, only to instantly get fired and banned permanently by her company? Karma hits fast and stings just like a slap to the face. Serves her right for having a fake superiority complex. Her ego is massive, but her brain and decency are completely empty.
My membership got revoked, and I was told not to go back to work. So it's, I've learned that I can't let those things take over because it's not okay and it's just not pretty and it's nasty. And I just feel really bad. I just wanted to formally apologize and say, I'm so sorry if I hurt your feelings. I just need to work on myself, and I can't let that self-hatred just be reflected. So, anyway, I hope y'all can forgive me and just get over that nasty post. I deleted it, obviously. I don't think it's okay for it to be roaming around and spread negativity.
Making a whole apology video complete with terrible crocodile tears only because you got fired for body shaming others? We can all see right through that hypocrisy. She's not sorry at all for the venomous words she spat out. She's only painfully sorry because her income got cut off. Cut the crap and get out of our sight! The boss accidentally walks in and catches an employee writhing around making a TikTok during work hours, and yet she still casually slaps an LMAO caption on the clip? Sure thing, go ahead and laugh comfortably and proudly until the boss smacks your termination papers right in your face. We'll see who laughs louder and harder then. Drop a like if you think the boss handled this perfectly, and hit subscribe to join the squad of instant karma lovers.
Can I get you anything else with that? Oh, I'm just talking to myself. I'm recording a video, so I'm talking at my phone, not at myself. But anyway, that was awkward.
Caught by a customer delivering a monologue on TikTok instead of making sandwiches? Calling yourself a sandwich artist, but the only masterpiece you've created today is definitely a termination letter. Customers come to eat. They don't have time to watch you act like a clown.
Your body speaks before your mouth. I feel the truth in every doubt. No romance, no safety net, just sweat, control and silhouette. Too close now to pretend.
Imagine being in this situation? No need to imagine. The boss just caught you red-handed stealing company time right there. Instead of going online to ask the internet what to do, it's best you go find a cardboard box, pack your stuff, and get out quick.
I got fired. I got fired, everybody, because I went and posted the manager's voice talking shit to me because she wanted to be rude. Yes, I am leaving. I'm leaving right now. But you see this lady, she wanted to fire me instead of talking to her manager about being disrespectful to people. No.
Her outrage just shows a completely unprofessional work ethic, so getting fired is exactly what she deserves. I notice these women love to be loud like this, but later on, when they face a financial crisis, they go dead silent.
Hey, Brittany. Thanks for joining us on this call. I wish this was under better circumstances. After reviewing a video you posted online, upper management has made the decision to terminate your employment, effective immediately.
What video?
We recently became aware of a TikTok in which you appeared to urinate on the floor. While we understand the video may have been comedic in nature, it does not align with our company's values. I'll go ahead and send out that address for you as well, just to make sure you have everything.
Okay, thank you.
Again, we do appreciate your time with us, and we sincerely hope you don't.
It's laughable that she actually went out of her way to hold up a camera and record herself getting fired. She must be secretly planning to build her personal brand around being unemployed. Congratulations, you've achieved a resounding success.
I have a question for nurse content creators who actually film themselves while they're inside their buildings or inside their units. Like, how do you not get in trouble?
Her confusion is completely valid. Nobody in their right mind keeps their job if they just show up to work and film TikToks, especially not in nursing. That's the heavy price you pay when you mistake the company office for your own personal dance stage. What do you guys think about these pathetic main characters? Was that instant karma satisfying enough for you? Drop a comment and let me know. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next dose of sweet, sweet karma. See you next time.